It's time for Space Oddity, or as the Spanish-speaking population says, Pace Oddity. It's another Patreon upvote. Normally I just do the grand winner, but there's so many good ideas. Why not do a whole bunch of them? Speaking of Patreon, if you don't mind, I'd like to take a moment to thank the following people for signing up for this Patreon. Supporter of the Cause Club, Noah Benavides, Walter Black, and Matthew Simonian. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much for your support. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link, of course, is in the description. And I made you a chord chart because there's lots and lots of very similar chords in different orders in the different parts of this song, so I thought it might be helpful to me, and so I think it might be helpful for you. Just go get it. It's free. RyanLStudios.com. No strings attached. Show notes, but the title, of course, is in super secret backwards code, so no ne'er-do-wells can horn in on our super secret information. The opposite of having space, of course, would be being in a can of sardines, so you're looking for run-of-the-mill can of sardines. There is an intro before the singing starts. It's only 2 chords. We're going to play F major 7 with a C in the bass. You can play any F you want. I believe this to be the correct F. It's going to be B1, G2, D3, and A3. That A3, a C note, is the C in the bass, and the open E string is your major 7 part. So F major 7 with a C in the bass. This chord is going to come up a lot more in this song. And E minor. Once the singing starts, we'll call that the verse. It's the ground control to major tom part. We're going to play C with a G in the bass, which, if you've just learned how to play F major 7 with a C in the bass, all you do is take your middle, pinky, and ring fingers and move them up 1 string towards the ceiling. Pointer finger stays where it is. So it's like a regular C, but a G in the bass now. Followed by E minor. Do it again. Comes the fun part. We're going to play A minor 7 with a G in the bass. Take your pinky and reach for the E string 3rd fret, and then D7 with an F sharp in the bass. Pinky is going to move to the baby E string 2nd fret, and middle finger is going to move to the other E string 2nd fret. There's a different way to play this A minor 7 with a G in the bass. If that's just horrible for you, you can take your ring finger, abandon the G string. That's just another G in our A minor 7. That's fine. It's the note that makes A minor 7 in the first place. And then put that ring finger on the E string 3rd fret, so it's kind of like a C, only done completely wrong. But if you do it that way, it's a little harder to get to the D7 with an F sharp in the bass. You have to rearrange several things. Also, you can feel free to either just play a regular D7, just like normal, or play D7 with an F sharp in the bass without worrying about the baby E string. From our A minor 7 with a G in the bass, all you'd have to do is lose your pinky and move your middle finger up to E2. So lots of options there. I think this one is my favorite. C with a G in the bass. E minor. Do it again. Here we go, the walk down. A minor, G in the bass, D7 with an F sharp in the bass. This is ground control to major tom. The more boisterous version, right? This is C with a G in the bass. And then E, major this time, the one with the pointer finger on the G string 1st fret. You can play E7 if you want. I prefer regular E. It doesn't matter. You pick your favorite. Really made the F. Here we go. F minor is get rid. You got to play big F here if you're going to play F minor next. Big F, because to play F minor, you remove your middle finger. David Bowie's a thumb guy, so he does this. You can see him doing it in the music video. I can't do that, but then he'd remove his middle finger too. Either way, you're getting rid of your middle finger. You got to do big F. Anyways, beginning of that part. C with a G in the bass. E, F. All right, here it comes. F minor, C with a G in the bass, F. time. F minor, C with the G in the bass, F. Into the tin can, the sardines part. But before we get there, if big F is the only reason why you're not playing this song, you can play little f, and then F minor becomes, well, you get rid of your middle finger, and you got to cover 3 strings with your pointer finger. Not much easier. So if you promise to only play these 3 strings, G1, B1, and baby E1 is F minor. You can do that. Not quite as big and satisfying, but don't let this stop you from playing this whole entire song. Now on with the tin can section. It's just like the intro. F major 7 with a C in the bass. And E minor. 2 times. Here comes, ready? B flat, that's A1 and DGB3. Again, if this is going to be the reason why you don't play this song, play an A shape, 1 fret higher than it's supposed to be, and promise me that you will only play the 3 strings with fingers on them. Anyways, B flat, A minor, G, F, and 2 more beats of F into, I think it's the jam part next. It is indeed the jam part, which is C, F, G, A, but that's not the way David Bowie plays it. He plays the big F shape, except C as a big F shape is up on the 8, 9, and 10 frets, down to F where it belongs, G 2 frets higher, and A 2 frets higher than that. 8, 1, 3, 5, 5. But if you want to play the open chords, fine. The advantage to this, although it's a little harder to do this, is that you don't have to change the shape. You just get to move it around. But whichever way you choose to do that, you do it 2 times. The penultimate thing we have to deal with is the rhythm to the snazzy solo section. F major 7 with a C in the bass. E minor. A. C with a G in the bass. D with an F sharp in the bass. You could play it Betterman chord style, right? Or you could play D and reach your thumb for the E string 2nd fret. I believe that's what David Bowie's doing. He uses his thumb at all possible opportunities, including this section, which I just simply cannot do. But he does, so I hear this and I hear that in the D, so I'm guessing this. You play whatever D major chord you like, and then E. And the only thing that's different from anything we've already done is the ground control to major tom, your circuit's dead, there's something wrong section. It's going to be G, E major, our A minor walk down with the G in the bass, right? And our D7 with the F sharp in the bass. Can you hear me is C with a G in the bass, and then G. And at that point you go back into the tin can section. And those are all the pieces, so use your earballs and figure out which one goes where when. I mean, I could just write out the lyrics with the chords, but I think it's valuable to have to identify, which chord progression you're hearing. It helps your earballs in the long run. So good luck. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful. I will see you next time with more stuff. Forgot to say goodbye. Goodbye.